What's going on, world? This is Sergio of Brains and Gains bringing you another Brainpower review. In this episode, we'll be reviewing the 11 Secrets Millionaires Know, and You Should Too, by Ty Lopez, the author of the 67 Steps program, and most famous for his viral video about the Lamborghini, and in the background, you got the library in the background, talking about how you need to read to succeed. So, before we begin, I want to remind you that there's actually 9 points here. He only covered 9 points in this 4-hour talk, so we're going to try to go through this as quickly as possible. Number 1, learned helplessness. Why do millionaires want you to know about learned helplessness? Because they've been there, and most of us are going through it. Whether it's because we make the excuse because we're living in poverty, because we're a minority, because we're this, because we're that. An example would be, let's say, I'll never be a millionaire. I'll never succeed. I'll never be with this person or that. Those are examples of being learned helpless. Instead, what we need to do is just take action and just stop making excuses and just go for it. This is why millionaires want you to know this, because they want you to know that just take action. Don't worry about what barriers, artificial barriers they are. Overcome those and just succeed. That's learned helplessness. 2, VRIN. This is your blueprint for success. It stands for value, rare, inimitable, non-substitutable. I like it because it's about numbers. You rate yourself in each of these from 10 to 1, and then you divide by 4 to get your average score. So let's get to it. V stands for value. What value are you bringing to society? Whatever your goal is, whatever your business plan is, rate yourself from 10 to 1. R, rare. How rare is your occupation? How rare is your business plan? The cool thing about this one is you could just do a quick Google search and see how rare your occupation is. If it's very rare, compared to the population of the United States, then it should be rated very high. If not, it should be rated very low. I, inimitable, simply stands for unique. What makes your job, what makes your occupation, what makes your business plan unique? Rate yourself again, from 1 to 10. N, non-substitutable. If you were sick, would it be easy for you to be substituted? If so, then it'd be a 1. If not, then you'd be rated a 10 or a 9 or an 8. That's what VRIN is. So again, you get your score and then you divide it by 4. Now, a quick way to get your VRIN score would be to look at your annual earnings. Now, you have to have something to compare it to. So let's say I want to be a millionaire. That should be rated number 10. While whatever your annual making is, that should be your score for that. That's what VRIN is. Now, number 3, wealth index ties into VRIN. Let's say I'm making $1 million. Okay, but then I have to pay off this house, this car, so on and so forth. Next thing you know, you're only left with $1,000. Is that actually a good thing to have? Only $1,000 left in your bank account. If you're a millionaire, probably not. So you'd be rated pretty low in the VRIN score. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. I'm going to say it again. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. That's what wealth index is. Number 4, massive vision. You're doing your day-by-day goals, but if you have no horizon to look at, then you're not going to achieve them, because you're just going this way and you're going that. You're not actually going straight ahead to what your vision is. So if, let's say I want to be a millionaire, that's going to be your vision. But what are you doing today to achieve that vision? What are you doing today? So what goals are you doing today? You're saving $1. Okay, I'm saving $1 today. So by the end of the month, I'm saving $30. But you always have to keep increasing that amount month by month to actually reach your goal. That's what massive vision is. You have to have a horizon to look at. Number 5, productivity and routine chunking. In order to achieve your goal, to see your vision, after you got your VRIN score, you start making excuses for yourself. Now we got to put things into action. We have to get to working. So Ty suggests a routine. Let's say you sleep for 8 hours. Next 16 hours, you divide it into 4. The first 4 hours, you wake up, you shave, you shower, you work out, whatever it is. Next is where you work. You have to work really hard at your goal in order to achieve your vision, right? So whatever your goal is for the day, you're working those next 4 hours. Then the next 4 hours, which is not as important as the second 4 hours, would be to just go autopilot, cruise control, just go your job, do your chores. That's the easy part. Fourth, which is just as important as working hard, is to reward yourself. Most people just want to reward themselves at the end of the year with a big vacation. But what Ty says is you have to reward yourself on a daily basis in order to, get those serotonin and neurons really excited and happy that you got to give yourself a reason to do your goals. You got to have some kind of reward by the end of the day. So remember, if you're working hard, you always have to reward yourself on a daily basis. That's what productivity and routine chunking is. Number 6, optimal stopping. If you have a 40 to 70% hunch that you should quit your job, you should start this business, you should be a musician, whatever it is, you need to act. It's a scientifically proven fact that if you have a 40 to 70% hunch, you need to act now. If you don't, then you're going to lose that opportunity. That's what optimal stopping is. 7, trend stacking. A few examples of trend stacking are Facebook and Instagram. Why? Because they're applications, that's one trend. They're also, they use selfies, that's another trend. And also they're a social network, that's another trend as well. They stack them together, and next thing you know, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, and all these other things going on. Other examples are Uber, Amazon. These are all other examples of different ways of stacking your trends. So what trends are you stacking to be unique and to become a millionaire or whatever your goal is, or just to succeed? That's trend stacking. Next, nudist Buddhist. If you're a nudist and a Buddhist, that's really weird. You can be a nudist or you can be a Buddhist, but if you're a nudist and a Buddhist, that's really odd. But why do millionaires want you to know about this principle? Because if you're stacking, let's go back to trend stacking. If you're stacking way too many trends together, that becomes really odd and actually not very attractive to investors. So you want to be in this sweet spot of 2 to 4 trends. At least that's what Ty suggests. You could try more, but obviously you don't want to be doing 30 to 40, maybe even 20 trends. You kind of want to stay in a good little sweet spot of 2 to 4. But experiment, see what works for you. That's the nudist Buddhist principle. Now, the last one here, sampling versus secrecy. The best entrepreneurs, successful people, always sample their material, while amateurs are secretive. Why do you want to sample? Because you want feedback. What we're doing here at Brains and Gains, every video we shoot, we're always trying to improve. And if you don't give us your feedback, there's certain things we're not going to see. So people who succeed always are sampling their material and always getting feedback, because that's how they improve their product. While amateurs who are secretive never know if their product is any good because they don't get that feedback. That's what sampling versus secrecy is. I'll review again. The nudist Buddhist principle, you don't want to be too weird. You want to be unique, but not weird. 7, trend stacking. If you want to be unique, you have to find a way to stack your trends, but don't do too many as well. 6, optimal stopping. If you have a 40 to 70% hunch you should do something, you should do it now and stop procrastinating. 5, productivity and routine chunking. In order to see your vision and achieve your goals on a daily basis, you have to work on them on a daily basis. So make sure you have a routine and a few habits going on every day. Always remember, you have to have that. You work hard, but at the end of the day, you have to have that reward. It can't be the other way around. You can't be rewarding yourself before you put in the hard work. Next, massive vision. You have to have the horizon to look at. If you don't, you're not going to achieve your vision. You're just going to be going this way and that. You're just going to be basically going through the process, just inertia. 3, wealth index. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. If you're a millionaire and you're only keeping $1,000, it's not very good. 2, VRIN. What value, what rarity, what inimitability, what non-substitutability are you bringing to the world? That's your blueprint for success. Rate yourself and always try to improve every month. 1, learned helplessness. We all were born in, some of us were born in, minorities, in poverty, whatever it is. But we can't let that be all and end all of who we are. We have to overcome that and stop making excuses and succeed at our vision, our dreams, our goals. whatever they are. These were the 9 secrets millionaires know, and you should too. These are all important things we all need to implement in our lives. So give us your feedback. Let us know if you liked what you heard. And this is Sergio from Brains and Gains letting you know, if you want to succeed, you always have to overcome. So no brains, no gains.